Welcome everyone, second attempt, hopefully with working audio. Pulse audio, actually the only reason why this probably happened is because I was messing here with another Mac, because as you see today on my Linux, neither on Firefox or Chrome, the amazing YouTube beta live studio works, so this is why I exceptionally have to mess with the second Mac. I was messing here for 10 minutes with live beta UI crap that doesn't work, and I forgot to check the audio. Anyway, so live from our nice little office headquarter here, straight from the IT show, daily computer science, software development show here live from Germany. And one reason, I said this already a couple of times, made a couple of videos, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 videos, App Store, everything sucks. And also I read already customer emails, not only your customer. I think we had a live stream with amazing customer emails, and also with earning open money with open source. This is why please share, like, and subscribe. I'm begging you. I cannot deal with these customers anymore. It's sad. It's hilarious. So some days ago we got an email, 8 days, 9 days. Someone in German, I translate. So he's using since some years software App Store version on an iMac, new software version. And he is relatively happy, so far so good, thanks for that. Since some weeks, which is, by the way, probably not true, probably more like 1 week, but whatever. Since some weeks, the refresh of the preview in our exact scan software takes relatively long, 10 times than normal, and even changing some settings takes forever, and otherwise the scan is normally thank you for your support, thank you very much. So I replied the same. You see our amazing support answered here in less than 5 hours, the same day. Even I personally wrote here, hello, oh yes, sorry, we tested with a film scanner, and we unfortunately made a typo there because the film scanner needed a higher resolution. Did I said this? So yeah, we also did notice, because honestly most people don't use a preview. The preview, of course, here in a scan software, that you can make a preview scan of see what you're setting. So most people, very few people scan with a flatbed scanner. So most people just stuff paper like 100 or in this amazing Canon scanner 500 paper and press scan and don't care about the preview. So even I personally probably use a preview once a year. So this is why I didn't really notice it instantly. So I even admitted, hey, we made a typo, yes, sorry. I didn't blame Apple, Google, someone. I said, hey, sorry, yes, we tested with the film scanner, we made a typo, really sorry, the next update will fix this. Unfortunately, Apple has to check this. Again, this also, again, App Store is amazing, right? If this would be a direct customer, he would have had the same day the version. We would not have any of this circus here. So there you see, amazing App Store, thank you, Apple. And so I write there, yeah, the next update will fix this. Unfortunately, Apple needs to check this again. By the way, also you see amazing App Store review, right? It is not like Apple is not testing a shit there. They only check that we do not add their payment options to circumvent their 30% margin or whatsoever, or put their graphical material in our software or whatever. And so yeah, it's like all the proud Apple fanboys, like, hey, Apple is checking something for us. Yeah, there you see, of course, Apple is not checking the functionality of all. So anyway, I even write here, eventually you still have the previous version in a backup, which is like every normal person should have a backup, right? As using this professionally something. Because App Store versions do not run without being signed by Apple. So I can unfortunately not send you a version directly, right? It's not like our fault here. And there you see how frustrating this is. And today I got a very super friendly email. Good day. I have not got a link to a backup version. Also not in the spam folder. Like, I did not say we send you a link to a backup version, because I even wrote we cannot make you a version directly available if you brought it in the App Store. It's not like you have a direct. There is a software update, and they didn't change anything at all. So yeah, but the software update, the review takes 1 week, right? So we sent the software update to Apple before you reported the bug, maybe. And it's also not fair. This is not like a single change. Like, no, there are plenty of changes. Support for 10 scanner were added, including a €6,000 scan and scanner, network support was added. We even revamped the preferences. Previously the preferences have been just this window. Now we have a dedicated preference window with some additional settings, plus the usual round of bug fixes. But now it goes even, this is unprofessionally. Okay, what now? That we always answer the same day? Did you ever get from Apple or Microsoft an answer the same day? Did you ever get a personal bug fix from Apple or Google the same day or ever? This is unprofessional. I was for more than 30 years software development as designer and project leader. So etwas is never happened to me or my colleagues. Where's even not had to answer? Otherwise, our concern, our big business would have went out of business. That because of one single bug, that the preview is slow because it's scanning with a too high resolution. Honestly, why do I read these emails? I want to say, do you think I'm motivated to support and work with emails? You know what? After such emails, I rather do my personal project, either go to the sunshine, drink a coffee, calm down. Other people, we deliver bi-weekly updates, and as thank you from the Mac customers, we get email, we are unprofessional. This happens to nobody. Yeah, this happens to nobody, right? To all the big business on our weekly IT news. We make one typo we make. I even admitted, yes, we made a typo. We will fix it. It's already fixed, just that updates in the App Store take a little while. And yeah, also he writes concern, right? So he probably works for some big companies. All of you know, the big companies are the best, right? The most amazing code quality products. The most amazing big companies where even this is on Linux. I didn't change anything. This is not my broken Chrome or Firefox on Linux for whatever. I don't know what. Not even big companies, right? And then PS, the GUI, the graphical user interface, is since years totally not Mac-like. And why does this thing crash when I don't have a scanner switched off or in energy saving mode? I cannot imagine. You know what? First of all, you personally wrote, you are happy with the software just 1 week ago, right? You wrote here, you use the software and you are happy, except now the preview is slow. Now you tell me 1 week later, we are unprofessional and our UI is not Mac-like. What is not Mac-like? We only use Mac elements. We have many happy users that are more professional than this email. Unfortunately, also amazing UI, right? I can't even, so in the web view, you can't even zoom in. Probably I have it slightly bigger. So we are not using any of our own UI stuff. This is only Mac UI elements. So even here, maybe I don't have a larger screenshot. Anyway, this is native Mac OS. I don't know what is not Mac UI. It's a Mac UI table view. It's a Mac, even an amazing 10.4 like drawer that probably we should get rid of because it's not modern anymore. What is not Mac-like? Should we make it more Mac-like and take all the options away so that you can't control anything anymore? Maybe only like one huge window with one scan button. You know what? There is something like this. It's called image capture and people hate it and buy our software for this. And so this are every day. And so unfortunately, yes, we obviously have some 10,000, if not soon approaching 100,000 users in the world. And unfortunately, if you have a software that you sold a couple of 10,000 times, these are the emails you get. And even if you try to deal on this on a professional level, and hey, I did not blame Apple. So often I blame Apple, like, this is Apple's fault. But hey, here I did not even blame Apple. I write, sorry, we made an honest mistake. We will fix it in the next update. And we could send them a direct update. But honestly, initially, 7 years ago, we have done this sometimes. But the problem is, first of all, we cannot verify. First of all, the direct version is a demo version. And I don't like to activate customers' App Store versions anymore because first of all, if I give them a new license, then they can also use it on Windows, and I don't find it fair that people pay Apple 30% and then they get a second license that they could give a neighbor or friends or family and then use it on Windows on top of this. And second of all, I found out that many customers, that we gave initially the version, they have the money refunded. So this is also totally unfair, right? Maybe not him, because if he really has 2 or 3 years or what he writes there, he can't get this money back. But I noticed we had probably 20 cases 5 years ago where people complained something about scanner not working. We gave them a direct version. He said, yeah, with this version it works, but now I need a license. We gave them, and by the way, we can never verify that they purchased it in the App Store, right? Because we don't see any customer data. We only say yesterday we sold 3 or 5, which, by the way, also fun fact. Speaking about bugs, since last week, you can see this on my Twitter, I can't even access our sales data, so much to amazing professional software, because the sales data doesn't load for me in Apple's iTunes Connect. Yeah, so this is, I probably turn on my Voodoo and do some vintage programming, because honestly, if the day already starts with this kind of unprofessional, we would go bankrupt, and by the way, your software UI totally sucks always, it's totally not Mac-like. And by the way, fun fact, the software does not crash for me, right? He writes there, and why the software crashes when the scanner is switched off or is energy saving. So 2 things. First of all, doesn't happen for me. It doesn't happen in our office, and doesn't happen to probably most other customers. Third of all, this super professional 30 years experienced customer is not even writing which scanner he's using. Most likely, I only speculate now, because this does not happen for me, this crash when scanner is off or energy saving. Most likely he's using some cheap, which I call supermarket scanner, you know, this cheap Hewlett-Packard crap or something for 99 or 79 bucks at Walmart. And yes, many of them have really crappy Mac drivers, believe it or not, made in China with love. And if he has a crappy Twain or image capture driver, then it is up to his Twain or image capture driver. It's nothing to do with our software if the driver crashes underneath of ExactScan, because with our own drivers, if I would have experienced this, I would have long fixed this, and everything I experience myself, I fix. And maybe with 30 years of professionalism, he should have checked his scanner driver then that crashes on switching it off or energy saving. So most likely the driver crashes, you know, the scanner is off or energy saving, and then ExactScan opens the driver, and the driver says, oops, crash, null pointer, dereference of not available USB or network connection or something of that sort. How should I know? He doesn't. And this is, by the way, a recurring theme. So a couple of notes. Yes, 2 notes. First note, if you file a bug like, hey, this is crashing, include what hardware. So 90% of the time we need to answer, dear valued customer, we love you very much. To process and work on your bug record, could you be so kind to supply the actual scanner model that you are using, so we have actually an idea what to test with, what kind of driver it is, Twain image capture or our own. And it's hilarious, so much time. The people don't want to pay much, and then they waste developers' time with not only negative, depressive emails like this, but also additionally not supplying all the information, and then they make everything 2 or 3 times as expensive. If people I need to pay need to answer, sit here, dear valued customers, which scanner are you actually using? Question mark. With kind regards, we love you so much, thank you for choosing ExactScan. And the second, what I already nearly wanted to make another video, it really gets on my nerves that each day we now get 5 or so emails of people harassing us with the latest version of, the beta version of Catalina. And by the way, I so hate this bloody Mac OS names. Mac OS Catalina, what is even... I need to Google this already. Do you think I want to remember all the stupid names? Just give it a version number. Why does it need to have a bloody crappy name? I'm not care if you want to name it Mojave. Is that, by the way, everyone can't pronounce this. Even I probably not. People, sometimes they tell me something and some people call and say, what do you even talk about? And then like Mavericks, they pronounce, I don't know, I mean even probably I pronounce it the most shit. And we got probably in, I'm not making this up, we already got probably 50 emails the last 2 or 3 weeks, 50 emails, as we have unsuccessful one-man Linux distribution here, probably approaching 100,000 euros out there. We get already 50 emails or so. Hello, your app does not work in Catalina. Like, yeah, and it's better. And so what? Why are you even using this or trying to use this? And so, first of all, why do they not write to Apple? Why do they write to individual developers like, hey, your app does not work with Catalina, or Catalina, it's like 10 point, what is it even? I also wish Apple would not spin each year a mildly changed operating system and just do it every second year or so. This wastes so much time. Why do they not write Apple? In my opinion, there you see with the other email, when do you get top class support at Google, at Microsoft, at VMware, at Oracle, at Microsoft, at everyone else? It's only the small developers, and the small developers who really care about the customers. They're even, you are unprofessional, your app sucks, your UI sucks, I hate it, I don't know, it's unprofessional, my company would be already out of business. Yeah, and why do you not write Apple? Why do they not write, dear Apple, I loaded your beta to help you test your pile of bug garbage. Unfortunately, my 3 left applications do no longer start. Maybe you can fix this. Why do the developers need to adapt to this? And fun fact, yes, ExactScan crashed in Catalina, which by the way, why do I not care? Because I wasted so much time with beta versions. Even I don't want to install this crap anymore. I will install it when the Golden Master is out. Also, Apple does not even allow, if you install the beta version, you can't even upgrade to the Golden Master, at least not the previous years. So you have to reformat and reinstall with the Golden Master again, which I would install this Catalina bullshit if I could seamlessly upgrade to the Golden Master, but so far the last 15 years I never could. And second of all, Apple is still changing it, right? Why should I spend my valuable time of me or my employees and waste my time now when Apple still is changing a shit? Maybe they fix half of their bugs already since the Golden Master. Why should I spend my time and money on bullshit that's not even on the market? And I don't understand. From 50 emails the last 3 weeks, why do normal users even use it? Hey, hello, user of macOS, stop using beta software. This is beta software for a reason. And usually most sane people, they skip the 0 release because you know what? The 0 release usually have most of the most important bugs left. So most educated people usually start using a new operating system with the first .1 release, where already at least the most showstoppers are fixed. And by the way, as I said in the other videos, what bugs has Apple fixed for me the last 15 years? 0. My Retina MacBook Pro, every second time I wake it up with my 4K MST display plugged in, it doesn't wake up, freezes, need to reboot. The tracking rectangles I talked about already in the other video with iMovie, it's not fixed since 15 years. The tracking rectangles work like shit to the point that in iMovie I can't often select and trim the video snippets. This is not fixed since I have the 4K display. Maybe it's related to high DPI, I don't know. And all the other small things left and right that Apple never fixed for me. And fix your things, and this is how customers thank you. So thank you very much. I think I have a Voodoo vintage PC to switch on and a YouTube channel to build, because for this kind of customers who know everything better, you know what, if you have 30 years of experience, then write your scan software yourself. Let's see what do we have in the comments, and then we probably pour on the Voodoo and drink a coffee, because seriously, and this is when I'm joking that you know, with open source it is hard to earn money. With macOS, with commercial software, you get such customer emails that already ruin your day. And with that, I wonder if I should rather open beach coffee and serve cocktails than having to deal with, why can I not pen in somehow? Yeah, somehow also amazing amazing bugs. I can't even scroll over. They're zoomed in to what is wrong here with this. To read the comments in the audience. So yeah, this is live. You probably know it. You probably this is clipped a little bit. So yeah, this is also can't make this up. Even so much to peak bugs. Can't even read the comments in full. As I said on here, it's slightly clipped. Can't scroll over there. So yeah, and on my Linux it doesn't load. So can't read the comments in full because somehow things is So yeah, this is here our daily IT circus, and yeah, I need something stronger than coffee. By the way, maybe does it work if I resize the window here to the right? And hey, that works. So let's see comments. Second try, audio is fine now. Got a lot of customers, had to deal with them when I worked. Yeah, and so they claim, what do we even have on the screen? As you see, they claim they're the most educated, 30 years of experience, and can't even write a scanner model. And so yeah, this is the reason all big companies pay people in India 30 cents per hour today. And then yeah, so the only thing I could have done better is, so by the way, do you think I'm motivated to reply? No, honestly, I do not reply to all customer emails anymore. If these are the most gross customer emails, I just ignore. This is really, do they freak out after a week? You did not answer to me! It's like, yeah, and your email was too negative. I got depressions from this. Because it's simply not worth. It's like the trolling YouTube comments that I still keep answering, even when they're trolling. And yeah, so with 30 cents on India, the problem with this is, of course, then you get answers like, have you tried to switch it off and on again? So from a big company, you would not have gotten my email. My email like, hey, we tested with a film scanner, which, by the way, fun fact, I can make a video about, because I have here one of the last and most amazing, not making this shit up. Here's a film scanner, which, by the way, is I have since nearly 10 years I wanted to. So fun fact, this film scanner is one of the few film scanners supported by my drivers directly, and I wanted to make our Mac software greater again by supporting this amazing film scanner that my father confiscated for a couple of years because he wanted to scan all his DRs, and that was 5 years ago. And finally I wanted to make it work more perfectly with Exact Scan on the Mac, because some people still want to scan their negatives. And yeah, so not even making this shit up, because certainly I did not touch nobody at us touched the preview code in probably 7 years. And then you test the DR scanner, you change some minimal resolution for some testing, accidentally ship it like this, and yeah, honest mistake can happen after 7 years supporting something new, because a film scanner doesn't want to scan in such a low resolution, obviously. So yeah, from a big company, you would have got the answer in even worse English. No, actually this was German. In really broken English, German, you would have gotten the answer, have you already tried to switch it off and on again? And followed by, it works for us. Yeah, so comments don't really get why people use betas expecting all applications to work. Yeah, also so 50 emails. Yesterday someone wrote, I read on the internet your software does not support Catalina or whatever they want to call it. It stops this bloody names, really, for God's sake, already. And I answered like, excuse me, you have read it where? On our website or what? And then I got a reply, no, on this MacRumors thread. Like, yeah, and MacRumors is now the definite guide of application compatibility. Of course, we will support this when it's out. Most likely we have to, as long as we need to pull some bells here. And I really don't get this. Even I, as a 15-year, yeah, nearly 15, initially I've thrown the Mac OS CDs in the trash, and then since 2004-ish, we did some Mac applications. I am so tired of these betas. It's barely working on non-betas. I already experienced 20 bugs. I really don't get it. Why do they need to use beta versions? Normal users, not even developers want to use this shit anymore. And normal users install this bullshit. And there you see the misconception, the reality distortion field of Apple users that really thinks this Apple stuff is magical, everything is amazing. Even Apple calls it beta for a reason, for God's sake. It's labeled beta. It's not golden master, it's not final, it's beta. It's hilarious. And by the way, dear users, what do you think? How much time did you waste on our side bombarding us with 50 emails in total from everyone? These are 50 times a couple of minutes answering, dear valued users, thank you very much for choosing Exact Scan. We love you very much. Yes, it's a beta, we know it. When it is final, we will support it. Have a good day. Maybe don't use beta software for your daily business. We love you very much. And by the way, our software sucks so much, right, that our crappy software has a rating of 4.3, at least in the German App Store. And with mostly 5-star reviews, because our software sucks so much that the UI is so much non-UI that the software is in 18 megabyte, not only manufacturing an OCR barcode recognition, but 500 scanner drivers that each of them already are larger when you install one of them on Windows. With comments from customers like, hey, the software is faster than the Windows version. It's like, yes, because it's for 15 years optimized and not polluted with over video tutorial garbage. It's like, yeah, our software sucks, we are totally unprofessional. I think I wanted to say one more thing. Most of the time use standard emoji templates and rarely email. Yeah, so the problem is, email templates. Yeah, we should probably use more email templates. The only thing is, we need German and English, and then having the templates at hand, but probably some templates on a file server, and it's it's hard to not lose. And I see everything. So this is the last Mac I would buy. So also the other day on Twitter I wrote, I read Apple uses Macs are amazing. They are made so amazingly. And then also Mac users, don't buy the current Macs. Buy a specially blessed 2015 release Mac because the new Macs are not amazing. So Macs are totally amazing, totally built matching to the software amazing, but don't buy the current one because it sucks. And so I don't want to buy the Mac products because they are too limited to thermal throttling, to failing keyboards, but the whole general sales trend confirms this, but we are unprofessional and our company goes bankrupt. Just some, and this is in general the attitude of people. So why do I make this video? This was my Mac, my last Mac, only live on YouTube. Maybe I should not have put it straight to the table. Maybe I should put it on my desk here. The attitude of people. How do they think it is normal to write emails like this? And also big companies, right? Volkswagen and all the other companies cheat there in the diesel emissions, but if I would have in 30 years of running for a mega corporation, they would have gone bankrupt. I see this with Volkswagen, their diesel emission scandal made them bankrupt, right? Amazing stuff. Or the German airport being built delayed soon for 10 years, that if it would not have been by the government would be bankrupt already. So they can't build an airport. They can't build an airport, but we are unprofessional. It's and if you wondered why do I started to make YouTubes, yes, after 15 years I really have enough of this, and I also don't see this is getting better, right? The people have so strange expectations that I don't see, like, we already made a Windows software and a Linux software, and it's not like it's so much better there. And by the way, very helpful, amazing tool, and super support, very flexible product, but we are unprofessional and their mega corporation would have gone bankrupt already. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I have my voodoo card to switch on and get some whiskey, cognac, and probably some good drugs. And stay awesome. Don't be such a customer, user, email support person thing. And I have a new update to Apple to send because there you see also at this day we had already the update submitted. And it takes days if it's not. And also, by the way, the double standard, right? I made this video. We were fighting for over a year. We were fighting that our updates getting lost on Apple servers, right? And you have seen, even as a developer, they get 30%. They grossed in hundreds of thousands of euro from our company over the last years. Apple took hundreds of thousands of euro, and for that they make an App Store experience that totally sucks. Nothing really works. I can't even load. Fun fact, I'm just not sure if I don't want to double authenticate here live on YouTube, iTunes, Connect. But it took 1 year for Apple to not lose our bills, so we couldn't even get bills to the customers. And even then, it took, I read through all the emails and even recorded a phone call, and we are unprofessional, and Apple loses all our bills and cannot fix the shit for 2 years. It took 20, 30, you have seen all my videos. I even called in total probably 5 times or something, which one of those I recorded. Actually, fun fact, the sales data loads on, good that I've not tried this on live on that screen. So yeah, fun fact on this Linux sales data load, so maybe it's a Mac problem. Fun fact, live tested on YouTube. So on my Linux YouTube live dash thing doesn't load, on my Mac so yeah, this is cloud, but we are unprofessional, right? On my Mac iTunes sales don't load, and on my Linux the YouTube live dashboard doesn't load. By the way, I suspected already, probably it's because I noticed the weekend already when I couldn't load the sales data, I noticed this was redirecting. It was previously itunesconnect.apple.com, and I noticed already that during the weekend it redirected to AppStore Connect. So Apple, never change a running system, so apparently they renamed it from iTunes Connect to AppStore Connect, and maybe I loaded it on last week on Thursday, Friday when they made the change, and during that time I got a, what would it be, 404 not found or something, and the Safari browser cached this request, and now when iTunes Connect redirects to AppStore Connect, my Safari might actually be using the cached 404 site not found something when they transition from iTunes Connect to AppStore Connect, something of that sort. But whatever, anyway, just realized I can load the sales data from Linux, which actually fits very well for our Linux desktop theme, because certainly peak bugs are not for us. Thanks for watching. Right now I closed my Mac emo, so I can't read the comments unless I try anyway. Long enough already. But yeah, not making this shit up. This is, and then people talk about harassment and stuff, and yeah, this is somehow, by the way, a fun fact, here's something, no, but it's an old, let's see, news stream, or does it? In general, maybe people can just try to be a little bit more nicer to each other. Not only in the internet, but also in the supermarket and school and at the airport and stuff, because the level of negativity is somehow not normal anymore. Anyway, thanks for watching. I have updates to send to Apple and and some voodoo stuff to continue until my mood is uplifted to some higher standard again.